So welcome back. This is the Uganda Open live from Comrades Chess. Um, so the round one started pretty well today as the Uganda Open Chess Championship in East Africa. So we know Uganda Open is usually a very strong tournament. This time we had to have a grandmaster from US, Timur Gurayev, who pulled out last minute, who wasn't able to play, and this left FM Wanyama Harold as the top seed in this tournament. So this tournament was a pretty fine tournament for the first day today, and it was a beautiful event. The event started on pretty well with the top seeds winning their games. Of course, FM Kauma Patrick, who drew his game with a junior from the SOM Academy. And then we have this second round also, which had some interesting games. One of the games that interested us was Board 29, round 2 in the afternoon, where a young junior called Arthur Mwase. Arthur Mwase is a student to the national chess coach of Uganda, who's the same as the top seed FM Harold Wanyama. And this young man has really been improving every year, and is one of the top juniors now in Uganda. So this is a game that really showcased his brilliance and stamina on the board. So we see that he really put up a very good fight against this player from South Sudan, David Yo Macho. David Yo Macho is also a very tactical player, so this guy has really just exploded on the board, as we shall see briefly. So the game just pretty started off with a very good with Athamase, the junior with the black pieces, and David Yol Macho with the white pieces. So the game started on pretty fast with E4, E5, and the game continued with our standard openings here. The standard openings here, and we can see that white just opened up with the Italian game, which is bishop to c4. So bishop to c4 was followed by the standard move, bishop c5, which turns into the Gyuko piano opening, and everything pretty went on standard, castles, and brings out the knight for black, and then we see c3 on the board. This is also pretty standard, and then we see a move which is quite offbeat from black, which is seemingly a blunder from black, giving away free pawn, because you can see that this piece more of much pressure in the center, and we see this queen coming in, and this queen pretty opened up. So this was pretty not a good move from black. This was more of a miscalculation or a gamble, but we shall see that probably it paid off. White at this point has to play the accurate move, queen to b3, to punish that inaccuracy, but we don't see white going for that line. White incidentally just went for this knight. Going for the queen to b3 was a perfect move, because if black tries to save the knight, of course we see that the position is just falling apart with too much pressure with the queen that the queen brings to b7. So this was missed in the game, and which really, I believe, haunted white later after the game. So white went for a common move, knight takes, of course thinking that he'll bring out the knight and then pin, of course, as the game went on, pinning the knight. So this was when the game really twisted and turned very, very explosive. We see a move which was really never played. I've seen just one game played on liches, but we've never seen such a game we've never seen such a move in the Masters database. So we see a move which is really strange at this point. We see a move. Actually, there are about 5 games on liches in this position. We see a move very tactical at this point. Black blocks the rook, which was trying to pin the knight, on e5. Then comes in the queen. The queen. This was a blunder. It was okay for just to pick the knight, but trying to escape with the queen just made things worse with the second move, which comes with too much pressure. A move that never been seen, never been played before. Knight to f3. This is a brilliance at this moment, and we can see this is really fire on the board. White cannot take the knight because of the queen coming in, and the checkmate will just be pretty easier to find. But of course, white has to step back, and then the rook has to fall. The rook falling, of course, white thought that taking coming back to attack the king will give him some counterplay, but the king just falls back, and things just get more interesting. Taking the knight, of course, and we see another move which comes in with the queen. The queen wants to checkmate at this point. David is in too much trouble at this moment, and things are really just getting worse at this moment. So we see that things are really just getting more interesting at this moment. White tries to save the checkmate at this point, but then comes back the queen trying to attack the bishop, of course, and attacking f2. F2 is under much pressure and danger. So falling back from this at this moment, then we see f2 falling, and then we can see that, of course, we are sure that black tries to take this e3 pawn and then checkmate at this point. Of course, white tries to fall back to stop the checkmate. Of course, that was unstoppable. Bishop taking e3. White falls back to stop the checkmate, and things are just getting more interesting. The knight comes back with force. When you take the queen, I'll take the queen back, and then things are just with a check, and the king will be in too much more of a discovery, and no one wants to be in this position at this point. I believe David was not happy with this position, so of course he opens up the king an escape window for the king, and then when the queen is exchanged, we can see that, of course, black is winning a piece at this point. Of course, at this point, this doesn't save much, trying to take back the piece. At this point, we can see that these are 5 pieces against 4 pieces, against 3 pieces. Sorry. Of course, the game is already purely lost for white, but he tried to fight on and trying to take a piece, but saving the rook. Of course, now comes in the deadly bishop. With a strike on the when you take the knight, this bishop is just going to come back for a double attack. So this really was now getting more and more hopeless for white, and white said this is enough, threw in the towel and signed the paper. So this was a good day for this young man, Arthur Mwase. Arthur Mwase is good luck in this tournament. Just take heart, David. Next time, better. I believe there are more chances for David in this tournament. So that was board 29. These are, of course, amateur games, but this was a very interesting tactical explosion on such a board. Okay, see you tomorrow for the day 2, round 3 and 4, as the Masters fight for this Uganda championship. Bye.